Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with. The showstopper so hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest, it be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone, I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash the scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they see in double, they rushing and pass the shovel, the dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back, never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag, I go full contact, out punch, out kick like a shotgun blast on 1 out snap. It's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, calling audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the...
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Horseshoe My Podcast. And yeah, man, we had another setback on another primetime game on Sunday night where we faced the Vikings. And sometimes it looked like it was pretty, the other time it looked like it was not so pretty. But nevertheless, we got to get this episode with maybe some frustration, maybe some, we might feel good about the episode during the episode. But before I get into the episode, I want to check on Austin, see how he's doing. And since that game, I know there's been some trials since that game. But how's it going, Austin?
Oh, we've been better. It is what it is now, but hopefully something changes because that offense was rough to watch.
It definitely was. Like I said, it just didn't seem like Colts football on Sunday night. They gave us a primetime game, our only primetime game. I think the Jets game was primetime, I think, but it gave us a primetime game, and we disappointed them yet again against the team that I really wanted to win because of the last time you faced them, where they came back down 33 points, and yeah, it was an embarrassment. But before we get into the game, let's go ahead and talk about our network, fanbattlesports.com. You can check out all our past episodes, past articles that we've written. You can check out all our merchandise that we have. We got merchandise. We don't talk about it enough, but we got some excellent merchandise on the website. You can go check that out. At some point, we're going to be wearing our merchandise to show you guys that how wonderful we look in our merchandise. We're not worried about the other teams wearing their merchandise. They're not as good as ours. We got some great ones. So go on the network and check out those merchandise and support us. We appreciate that. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into this. This game, man. Colts fall to the Vikings yet again. I think every game they won has been in Minneapolis, and they didn't disappoint on Sunday night. What you think about that? The disappointment.
Yeah, we're going to get deeper into the game, but our defense played well. Our offense was really just terrible. Like we couldn't move the ball. We moved the ball well and then made a mistake and turned the ball over, just over and over. Just couldn't get it going consistently.
Are you talking about the exchange with the quarterback to the running back where that fumble? I think where we were driving.
Yeah, like stuff like that happens, but then we had the very bad interception, and then Joe Flacco was throwing bounce passes for most of the night. It's just frustrating to watch, especially when the whole country is watching you, and then you look like that. Yeah, I don't blame them for not putting us in primetime games.
Yeah, they took us out of a game against the Jets, which is next week. Like you said, they don't. At this point, until we prove otherwise that we can play on a primetime game and actually win, I don't think they should put us on one again because we're embarrassing everybody. for us, our fan base. We're embarrassing these guys because we go ahead and put out a shitty performance. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We put out a shitty performance every time we step on the field on primetime game. Put us back at 1:00 where we belong. But nevertheless, man, it's when I watch the game, like you said, defense, played well. We got sacks, we got turnovers. To get the ball back to the offense, and offense, here we go again. Fumble, interceptions, 3 and out. Play calling was not at its best as it was the previous 8 weeks. It just seemed like just was flat. It seemed like, and there's always a theme for the Colts. It's always starting out slow, and it seemed like that's all we do is start out slow, and try to rely on that fourth quarter, which I think we had a record. It's a record where we scored like the highest in the fourth quarter, which we gotta stop doing it. Can't play as we did, start out slow and then try to pick up in the second half, which the Vikings wasn't having it. Every time that we tried to bounce back, the Vikings went on the field and scored. They even scored at the end where we had like 2 timeouts, and they closed the game out. And it was just a bad performance where, you had a good defense playing well, and then the offense didn't help them out, put them back on the field where they got torched by one of the best receivers in the league, and you can't have that. We're going to move to the next tab. Shane Steichen again takes the blame for the loss. And it's becoming a theme for him is to continue taking the blame for the losses. What you think about that, Austin?
Yeah, so I mean, if he's going to continue to take blame, and then the only person being held accountable is Anthony Richardson, we might need to start looking at other people to hold accountable other than just AR.
What'd you say now?
I was saying, he's always taking blame, but then the only person that's being held accountable is Anthony Richardson. And then, I think that if he's going to continue to take blame, then maybe more people need to be held accountable than just AR.
Yeah, I mean, it's many that you can call out. You can call out Gus Bradley. You can call out the GM who's put this team together, and just keep falling short. I think we was like every game this year has been a 1-score loss, or 1-score win, and we got to put it all together to where it's not like a thriller every game where we need a drive to win the game, or need a defense to make a stop to win the game. It's always something to where it's a close. We're not getting, we're not winning in fashion of maybe a 14-point game, winning by 14, or a comfortable score. We're winning just about as much, and we're losing by the same amount. And he's taking his ownership of either losing, his fault. Like you said, so far the scapegoat has been the quarterback who got benched after what he did against Houston. And now you continue playing the same. After you bench him, you're still playing, not playing the same, but your quarterback play has been pretty bad since you bench him. And he has, I mean, not only he has the answer to that, but, when your defense did play well and you lose, he's still saying it's your fault and not your quarterback fault. It's not Joe Flacco's fault. It has to be his fault because he had no touchdowns. He had an interception. I think he took 4 sacks. He had some passes where they was overthrown or underthrown. He just looked rattled in that behind that offensive line. I'm not going to give him all the flack because the offensive line did play poorly as well, and I'm not sure that it was because of Ryan Kelly getting hurt or us losing Will Fries, things like that. But everything somebody has to be held accountable for this, and it's starting with the GM and go on down. Not just our head coach taking all the blame. We'll get into some comments right quick. Sean said, "Hey guys, what's going on, Sean?" Teresa said, "Hey guys, offense was garbage." It definitely was, Sean. We got to do better than this. We have to do better. Shane Steichen does have to take ownership of the play calling. I mentioned, I think either last week or week before that either he do better at play calling or get play calling up. Either one. And I know he says he's not going to give it up right now, so that's going to be out. But he definitely got to be better at play calling. If you're going to make a change at quarterback, you definitely got to be better at calling great plays. Defense has played well the last 2 games, not the offense. I agree. And that's what you want from the defense. You want the defense to step up, but your offense got to help them out as well. You not put them back on the field after they cause a turnover or cause a 3 and out. You got to make sure that you're putting points on the board, which I think it was a play where we went forward and then we didn't convert it, which gave the ball back to Minnesota. I think they scored or something like that, but you can't have that. Teresa said, "Did they change our game versus Jets because of the Jets or both?" I like the 1 o'clock game. They did change the Jets game next week to 1 o'clock game. They did.
Yeah, I'd say it's because both teams, not just us, not just the Jets. We're both teams ain't playing well.
Both are bad, yeah, yes, but they did get a win. Didn't they win Sunday?
They played Thursday. They beat the Texans. So I mean,
yeah, they did play. Yeah,
that made this week a little better.
Yes, I would rather have the win to be much closer, but
yeah, I mean, for sure.
It definitely helps. We're gonna move on to our next topic. We got some news yesterday that Ryan Kelly goes on IR for at least 4 games, which means we're gonna turn the spot over to our rookie Tanner, who played well in his in that role. So, what you think about that loss? Is it a big loss, or can we do well with Tanner?
Used to we would say this would hurt because I mean he is a captain, but now I feel okay with it. I'm not mad. He's been hurt a lot in his career, which sucks for him because I mean as a person I feel like he's a great guy. He's played well for us in the past, but I mean it's his contract year, and I'd say he's not coming back. So I think this playing time is really going to help the rookie.
Like you said, yeah, we don't know if he's going to get re-signed or not. It could be his last contract with us. It could be on the move to somewhere else. It definitely sucks that he is going to IR. I think Coach Stockton said that he could come back during the season. So we don't know if he could or not. We just have to wait and see on that news. But like you said in the past, you losing him was a huge blow, along with Nelson. But having a guy like Tanner who's proven himself in a short time, we feel comfortable with him taking over that spot until our main guy come back. So get well, Ryan Kelly, and hopefully we see him 4 games, or it could be our last time seeing him. We don't know. Our next topic, everybody. A lot of people I've seen over the course of weeks have been talking about this guy, even in division groups, talking bad about him. They call him they say he's not a receiver 1. He's a bum. He got paid, and he is not good. And it brings to this topic here is there was no sign of Michael Pittman. He has been no show for the past 2 weeks. I think he had 1 catch or 2 catches in the past 2 weeks. Also, what you think about no show for a guy we just paid $23 annual?
Yeah. I don't regret us paying him. I do think he is a wide receiver 1, but I do think his back injury needs to be dealt with instead of him just playing through it. Like, yeah, you're tough, but you're not showing it on the field that you need to be out there. You can be the leader, but do it from the sideline for a few weeks. I think the back injury is just really, really taking a toll on him, and I'm hoping that he just takes a break, just a little break,
Yeah, he did. I think they talked to him today. He did say, he's out there, and he just don't know how the injury is impacting, his performance, which it is impacting his performance because he is, not showing up. Other guys were making plays in his spot, which you can't have that. I mean, like I said, we shouldn't regret that we resigned him because we need a guy like him who has that toughness. He showed that against the Titans, but he haven't really shown that since then. He made a couple of plays against the Texans, but we definitely need him to be performing deeper in the season where, they take other guys away. They take, Josh Downs away. They take Alec Pierce away. They take Eddie Mitchell away. Oh, by the way, he had a great catch Sunday night. That was great.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like a proud dad at that moment because he caught that pass and he toe tapped it on the sideline. I was like, yes. We've been waiting on that for a long time. It just needed a accurate throw to him, whether it was, AR or whether it was Joe Flacco. And he did that on that play, which was a big play. I'm not sure we scored on that play, on that possession. But
yeah, I'm not sure either.
Nevertheless, that was a great catch by Eddie Mitchell. But Mike Pittman I mean, if, like you said, if he's that hurt, if it's in that big of a pain, maybe he should sit and just rest. I mean, what do we?
I mean, just get healthy. That's all. We know how good he can be. Just get healthy.
What is he proving? Which he already. I mean,
he's really hurt. He's hurting himself by playing hurt. Like, just get healthy.
One bad hit could possibly end his career.
Yeah, I mean, backs are nothing to mess around with. And, we get it. You're tough. Like I said, nobody's doubting that. He's proved it since he's been here. But just get healthy.
Yeah, like you said, if he's on that field, making those certain cuts. I mean, there's passes his way. He might have the effort to catch that pass because he's probably worried about that hit. If you're that worried, like you said, sit down maybe a week or two to heal. That way you're not, further injuring your back to where you can't play. You can't play next year. You may miss some games next year, or may miss games going forward. I mean, I think then Darius Leonard had something with his back, and he was never the same. It was the same for 3 years. After he got paid. Same thing, same scenario. After he got paid, it was just pretty much different for Darius Leonard, and then we had to cut him. Last 2 years ago. Last year, had to cut him. Yeah, because we cut him to get the $18 million cap. And we don't want to do that for Michael Pittman. And I think if we do, I don't know what direction we go in for as receiver one, because right now, that brings to this topic here. Josh Downs continues to play as like a number one because he's been making plays in pretty much every game that he's been on the field this year. He making plays all over the field, from the play against the Texans where I think it was a 60-yard bomb, and just making plays even in the Sunday night game. He's doing his job and making those intermediate routes plays. He's deep throws. He's making those excellent catch like he did in Texans game where I thought it was a touchdown, but they called it back and said it wasn't. But he's definitely performing as a receiver one, whereas our receiver one is not even playing at his status. So what do you think about Josh Downs continues to play like a receiver one?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, with Michael Pittman not performing well, it's been really good to have him step up. He's just always open, and he has very reliable hands. And if he has the ball, he's not easy to tackle. I think we really found a gem. Like, we got him in the third round.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's great. He's been great, and I think he's going to continue to get better. He's one of the only bright spots on the offense for the past 2 weeks. It's nice.
It was Alec Pierce for the first couple of weeks, and now it's Josh Downs. But if we can get all the guys, get Josh Downs in there, we get Michael Pittman, we get even Ashton Dulin played well Sunday. Get Eddie Mitchell going, get every guy's involved at one time. That way it's not one guy this Sunday, this guy that Sunday, this guy this Thursday. If sooner or later, if all those guys get on one accord, get the chemistry out with all the guys, our offense will be more fluid on Sundays. Whereas it's not just one guy making plays, getting all the targets. Where it seems like Josh Downs is the only guy getting those targets because he's the only one that's open. He's the only one getting that separation from the DBs. Not saying AD Mitchell hasn't. He has. He's just not getting the
I think
targets.
he only had like six plays Sunday night.
The whole game?
I think so. I think that's what I heard.
Wow. I mean, I saw something too. They said that Mike Pittman had a finger issue where it got popped back.
Yeah,
So I don't know if they
yeah.
contribute. I don't know how much they contribute. But today they said he's fine. It won't be a lingering issue going forward. But we can't have AD Mitchell, only having 6 plays the whole game.
Yeah,
That's
no.
definitely unacceptable. That's coaching. That's coaching decision to have a guy that can play and can get open. We've seen plays where he's gotten a separation from the DBs, but the quarterback either overthrew him or either he may have dropped it. We've seen him make those plays, but having 6 plays on Sunday where we need everybody on the field to make a play, including your running backs. That's unacceptable for on the coaching side where you don't scheme your guy open and give him more plays in the offense because he can make impactful plays as he did. Like I said, had that toe tap catch on the sideline. I'm not sure there was Gilly Lock that was defending him. I couldn't remember who it was. It would have been crazy had it been Gilly Lock because that's one of ours for at least 1 year. Another comment. So when do y'all think coming? Teresa,
I wish Sunday.
I'm with Austin. I wish Sunday too. I think my theory, Teresa, is that if Joe Flacco continues to play as bad as he is with this offense, they won't have a choice to bring back AR at some point. I know we got Buffalo coming up, so they already said that Flacco's starting, but you got the Jets game, and then I can't remember who's next after that. After the Jets game, if he continues playing as his bag and taking those sacks and overthrows and turning the ball over, they have no choice but to go back to AR. Because at that point, I like what he said today. He's been still practicing as if he's a starter. He's still the captain on offense. He just got to be ready to play when his name is called. But I don't know how soon it would be. I wish it would be Sunday because Buffalo defense is no joke, and they will try to get out to the quarterback that's a statue instead of a quarterback that's mobile like AR is. So it's going to be very frustrating on Sunday when you see those guys having those pressures and blitz on a guy that's 39 years old and he's taking sacks and throwing the ball before offense is settled. He needs to take time off he definitely, we've been saying that, even Harish has been saying that he needs to take time to rest their back. We get it. You're a tough guy. You get that from your dad. He's tough as nails as well with Tampa Bay. You don't have to show that anymore. You've done enough. We appreciate you doing that, putting your body on line, but we don't want you to have any other injuries to keep you out any longer than if you do get hurt. So we want you to hey, man, sit down. If you're hearing this, sit down, man. Rest up. You make your point is proven. He's hurt. They need to sit. Yeah, definitely. His health is more important. Same time. We're going to get into our next topic before we continue on the comments. Our next topic is Joe Flacco holding this offense back. A lot of people on Sunday night.
I don't know that one.
Have been questioning, us even moving on to Joe Flacco. And since we moved on to him, they has been commentating every offensive play. He overthrew him. AR wouldn't have done that. When Joe Flacco threw an interception, AR wouldn't have done that. When AR had an open lane where he could have got the first down, AR would have ran it. Or after the game, AR, they saw that AR only had, Joe Flacco had, I think, 179. Hang on,
I think that's what it was.
He had 179 passing yards. AR that had 2 touchdowns. It was everything that Flacco didn't do, they say AR would have done. So what you think about, do you think that Joe Flacco holding us back, or you think that was a one-time thing this Sunday?
I don't. I think Joe Flacco can play better than he played on Sunday, but just based on that game, it was so bad that like I don't ever want to see him on the field again. Um, I do think he is holding back our run game because he's not a threat to run the ball at all.
at all.
So whenever it's obvious like run down or people know you're most likely running, they can stack the box and that could hurt JT's numbers. Um, so I do think he's holding back the run game. I don't necessarily think he's holding back the offense as a whole, but I do think Sunday he did because he did play so bad. I think he can play better.
He definitely is a veteran guy that won a Super Bowl, has been, I think, Super Bowl MVP. He definitely can play better. I'm not saying he's the same guy that won a Super Bowl years and years ago, but he's smart enough to make those plays and not make dumb plays as he did on Sunday. Him being quarterback does somewhat hurt JT's number because, I mean, the guy had 13 carries for 48 rushing yards. That is pathetic.
Yeah, I don't know why he looked really good when he was in the game. I don't know why he only got 13 carries.
That's again, that's coaching because you can't. JT should not have 13 touches.
No, especially when he really did look good and he was helping us actually move the ball down the field.
And to just hold him to 13 yards, 13 carries for 40 yards, and then before the game, they advertised to run the damn ball. And then when you get into the game, you did not do that. You did it 13 times. I'm not sure who was running the Colts media or whatever you want to call it, Colts social medias, but you can't advertise run the damn ball and then running back only have 13 carries for 48 yards. I would like for you to run. You got an older quarterback, experienced quarterback, who just been named a starter. I would think you would run the ball a lot more to get the offense more going with him being comfortable starting again after being sitting 2 weeks. I would rather you run the ball a lot more. Whether that gains 150 yards rushing, at least you're showing that you're going to establish your run to open up those passing lanes for the offense, for all the receivers, not just Josh Downs. And it didn't seem like that's what the offense did on Sunday. It just seemed like once he got his carries, I don't know if he was that fumble it caused him to be in the doghouse, but once you see Sermon in, you feel like the guy was in the doghouse, or whether he was, we don't know what was going on. We thought it could have been an injury, and we hope he's not injured, but he seemed like he's okay. But it just feel like they always shut him down when he's doing well for the offense. They shut him down for the rest of the game. You can't say that Vikings were up for the reason why you did that, because the game was still in reach. The game was 7-7. I think either was it 10-7 and a half or something like that. I think it was like 10-7. I think so. The game
like that.
It wasn't a reason for you to sit them down or even just not use them. You can't say that they stacked the box the whole time, because they did not. So it's coaching. I mean, if anything, if Shane Steichen is going to blame himself on the offensive side, where he's not doing enough to get all his guys involved. He's not doing enough to get JT involved. He's not doing enough to get his tight ends involved. He's not doing nothing. If Mike Pittman say he's tough enough to play, he's not getting Mike Pittman involved, at least in some other part of the game, not just deep routes, because that's not his game right now with the back injury. So, I mean, I don't know what it is. I definitely don't want this offense to be a setback on Sunday against a Buffalo team who can score. They got a running game. They got a quarterback that can throw and he can run. They got some talented receivers as well. So we definitely get our offense going.
Yeah, if we play like that Sunday, it's gonna be ugly.
It's gonna be, yeah. We've seen ugly. We've seen teams get blew out for the past couple of weeks. We've seen. I think Tennessee got beat pretty bad. Buffalo and who else beat them bad? And Detroit Lions beat Tennessee bad. So we definitely want to get into a game on Sunday where we are home and our team get blown out. And then, I mean, I'm afraid that on Sunday, if the team continues playing this way, they're gonna be booing. They're gonna be asking for AR to get in the game. So, Teresa, we may see AR get in the game on Sunday if they start booing. Teresa said, "Down to the gym, gonna be a contender." What's your guys' input on both our coordinators? In my opinion, I think they need to go. It's been awful play calling for at least the last two seasons. For my knowledge, maybe longer. You guys say that, Austin, about the two coordinators. We know for a fact Gus Bradley is sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we know Gus Bradley needs to go, even though like Teresa mentioned earlier, the last two games our defense has played pretty well. It's just I don't think that's enough to keep him. When Jim Bob Cooter don't call the plays on offense, so you can't really blame him. I don't like, yeah. If he goes, I don't think much would change. So for him, I don't know, but Bradley, yes.
Yeah, I agree. If it's sort of like when, and I don't want to compare the two. It's sort of when we had Frank Wright. He wasn't he was calling plays. It wasn't Marcus Brady. It wasn't Nick Sirianni. It was Shane Steichen. It was Frank Wright, and he let those guys go. Nick Sirianni got a job in Philly, and Marcus Brady went somewhere else where he was a Sultan, or I'm not sure where he was, but he was the guy that calling the plays. So right now, Shane Steichen's calling the plays, and you just have a guy that's helping drawing up, the game plan for Sunday, which is Jim Bob Cooter. So I don't know, cutting him changes anything, but Gus Bradley. I mean, we've been saying this for weeks that him leaving would definitely help us out. I've seen somebody say that we can get Mike Vabra as a DC. We can get Robert Saleh after he leave. Not after leave, he can leave. If he can leave the Packers for a DC job. Because right now Gus Bradley is just playing. He's playing, that old school Seattle defense, and that's outdated. Teams are not feared by that anymore. We don't have the cornerbacks like that. We don't have we don't have the secondary like that at all. Our defense is not built like that. We got some nice pieces on the edge and in the middle, but those guys, we're not running the same defense as he did in Seattle, and even in Jacksonville when he did the Saxonville when I had the Saxonville name a while back. We don't have the same defense, but he can go. He can go. I'll get more comments before we move on. Yeah, I believe it's holding us back, the run game. Definitely. Brenton, I feel like Joe wasn't engaged with any of the teammates Sunday night. Kind of like he didn't even want to be there. If he don't want to be there, he can go. Maybe the team wants to see AR starting, and so they didn't really care much to even see if he was engaged with Flacco or not, because they see that the young guy should have been benched for. Yeah, people say maybe he'd been tapped out. He'd been benched for the tap out, but you can't say he got benched for his play, because Flacco is doing the same thing right now. He's doing the same thing. He missed some dumb passes that I believe would have made a difference in the game. He definitely did, Sean. A lot of passes where it was for a veteran, it didn't look good from him missing a bunch of passes as he did. And it seemed like he loves Josh Down as his main target, whereas he needs to get everybody involved, including Eddie Mitchell. I saw he got Doolin involved, but get Michael Pittman involved as well. And Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce has been a no-show for the past couple of weeks. Don't know if it's changed the quarterback or they're not scheming him open again. This is a problem with the play calling. Yeah, it is. That is a problem with the play calling. When Grover, that was crazy. I thought it was a flag. I was like, oh my God, they picking a flag up. You got a penalty on hitting the helmet.
Yeah.
When Grover flew O'Donnell and Moore ran the ball in for a touchdown, that was a play. It was. I jumped up because everybody say me and Grover look alike. So I was like, yeah, my twin scored. My twin made a play that helped Kenny Moore score a touchdown. So I was jumping up like, yeah, my twin.
Yeah,
So
our only touchdown.
our only touchdown because our offense didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, that's bad. One more comment. Joe Flacco is the best chance for the Colts to have a win. I mean, yes and no, because we've been saying, I've been saying, at least for me, I can only speak for me. I've been saying for weeks, there's a different part of the offense. When AR's in, he can escape out the pocket when there's a lot of heat at his feet. He can move out of the pocket, make plays. Whereas Flacco can't. Flacco has to eat those sacks because he's not athletic. He can't move. He's old. But he can move the offense because he can pass the ball down the field. There's no limitation in his passing game. Whereas AR still learning in that. So they both can, play hand in hand with each other. It's just that the fact that right now you have a veteran quarterback that can make those passes, struggling with the team. He's struggling to get the offense together, including the running game. So I understand what you're saying, Logan. Anything on that, Austin?
I mean, the game Sunday, just using that one game, it was our worst game statistically on offense, and
Yes.
AR didn't step on the field. We've lost by like less than 5 points whenever, like about every game until that game. To me, I don't think he gives us a better chance. He's a sitting duck. He can't escape the pocket. And if he's making bounce passes, I'd rather see a 22-year-old quarterback have accuracy problems than a 39-year-old.
Yeah, that's the thing that everybody is missing. Is that what is a team shooting for? Are we shooting for a playoff? Or are we shooting for going to Super Bowl, winning the division? What are we shooting for? Because I have no problem with either or. I don't have a problem if they are starting or sitting because as long as he's learning, that's what I want for him. I said the last year as well. As long as he's learning, I want him to understand defenses, understand how to be a pro. Help out his accuracy. Learning on those accuracies because sometimes he throw the ball a little too high, and too hard at the receivers because they can't catch him. So he just got to learn that.
I'm not saying him sitting is all bad. I do think it can help him, and I hope it does. But I just personally don't see why we're doing it.
I agree. Let's get into these before we get into the reaction of the game. We talk most of it during this, the different type of topics. But what are your reactions for the game? Either or, for the offense, defense, both, it don't matter.
Yeah. So our offense was bad. We started the game with the ball, and we looked pretty good until that unfortunate fumble. Just I don't know exactly what happened. It just looked like JT wasn't ready for the handoff. Maybe I don't really know what happened, but after that, our offense kind of went downhill. Like I said, Joe Flacco looked like a sitting duck in the pocket. If he had any type of pressure on him, he was going to get hit.
Yeah.
He couldn't make simple passes. It didn't seem like, sometimes he completed passes. Obviously, he had 179 yards, but like I said, he was bounce passing them. Like he couldn't get it there, and which was weird because the few times he played before, he didn't look that bad, but like this game, it was really bad. And then we already mentioned JT only having 13 carries, and whenever you have a quarterback playing as bad as Joe Flacco played, you should have gave JT at least 25 carries.
At least. That's what you show balance. You got 27 passes and 25 rushes with your running back to open up those passing lanes for your quarterback that was pretty bad in the passing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I agree. I mean, you had a defense where you got Big Grove making a sack, getting a sack and getting a fumble, causing a fumble, and then you get Kenny Moore scooping up for a score. You get Zaire Franklin getting an interception where he played extremely well in that coverage. I thought it was a touchdown until I saw him pop out of nowhere to get an interception. I was like, oh shit, Zaire made a play. Because he's typically making plays, tackling. I can't remember last time he ever had an interception.
Yeah, people always dog on him because his pass coverage. So like whenever he got the interception, I was like, "Oh shoot, that was Zaire."
Zaire Franklin, yeah, him and EJ are pretty bad in pass coverage.
Yeah.
But to see him get an interception and then he got down in the end zone for a touchback instead of trying to run it out for a pick six. That showed awareness as well, because I think he made something on his podcast to talk about that. He didn't contradict himself. He got an interception. He got his ass down. It's happy to see that, where we've been cooking the defense for weeks. How the defense has been playing bad. It seems like they're bad against the run, bad against the pass, and for them to put a game together against the quarterback, they really ain't as good. He's not really good, but he has shown that he can be good in that offense in Minnesota. And they got an interception after matter of fact, that play happened after we turned the ball over, didn't it?
I think that was their first possession after the JT fumble.
Yeah, after JT fumbled, they went on the field, and then let's turn the ball over as well. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. You got the ball back, and I don't know if we scored on that possession afterwards.
I don't think so.
Because our offense that's how bad it is that I can't remember when did we score, because it seemed like it's been so many 3-and-outs or it's been turnovers. So like, I have no idea when did that play occur to where we scored. Yeah, the defense scored that touchdown, but it's like, okay, what did we do other than kick field goals? Which that's pretty much it. You got a touchdown and got several field goals too. So that's how bad it is. Defense scored a touchdown, offense did not.
Yep. And also, can't forget to mention Nick Cross had an interception too.
He did, and that's after Flacco threw an interception.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Flacco terrible pass. I don't know what he was even looking at.
He was looking at the DB because he threw it right to him.
Yeah, I guess so. Thought he was on the Vikings.
Yeah, he played with the Vikings for a temporary on a temporary play. Because after that play, then Sam Darnold threw a pick to and Nick Cross got an interception. So, which I think we wouldn't got a field goal then. The game was pretty much ugly until maybe fourth quarter, where the Vikings say, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and end this game. They wanted the game more than we did. It didn't seem like we had it all together to even win it. Let's see what was it. Three said Franklin, Buckner, and Stewart was a trio. They definitely was. Buckner got a sack, Stewart got a sack, and Franklin got an interception.
Stewart had 2 sacks.
Yes, he did. He did. He definitely was cooking. My twin was cooking on Sunday. I'm gonna stop saying that, because if y'all hear me say this all the time, people say I look like him. Comment in the chat if I look like Grover Stewart. If I don't, I won't say it no more. If I do, then get over it. I'm gonna be saying it. But yeah, the trio definitely did play well on Sunday night. We just didn't do it on offense. It wasted a good defensive performance by those 3 guys alone. It wasted a good performance. I think we should have been using Jim Bob's offense for. I don't know what's Jim Bob's philosophy for the offense, but if that helps us win games, if we had to turn the play calling over to Jim Bob, go ahead. I had no issue with that. I had no issue.
I mean, honestly, it might be better than what Shane's putting out right now. I think Shane has been a great coach, but yeah, right now his play calling is not very good.
That would be awesome. Yeah, Shane, it would be awesome. Now, I'm going to say this because in my frustration stage, I tweeted out on my page that Shane Steichen is giving me Frank Reich vibes. I don't know if I'm just PTSD for all the years that, led by Frank, to where I can't get over the things that Frank Reich did, but hopefully I'm wrong. I know you guys probably chew me out for it, but he's giving me somewhat of Frank Reich vibes, and I want him to stop it. I think, like I said, in the Sunday night game, he went for it instead of getting the points, and I think they went and got the points on their end. They is in Vikings, and I think that we got to stop doing that. I get the play calling, I get the aggressive play calling. You're trying to win the game, but take the points. Take the points. I have no idea what they're doing. Almost look like they want to lose. I don't know. I mean, what are they needing? I mean, what are the draft needs to where they're trying to lose? I mean, who are they looking at? I mean, I hope it's not a quarterback. I mean, is it a receiver? Is it, tight end? Is it a cornerback? Is it Trevor Hunter?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
know.
know. I don't know what we're doing.
We were sad compared to the Vikings. It was terrible. Yeah, it was. I also have to give some credit to the Vikings defense. They are a great defense. They are. Brian Flores is a good DC, so I would definitely give credit to Brian Flores for having a good game plan. It's just, I would like to see a good rushing attack as well.
Yeah, I've not said anything to take away from the defense. They played well. I just wish we played better.
Yeah. I think offense scored 3 points. The defense got it 4. Yeah, they did. That was the most boring game I watched. It was boring. I was probably about to fall asleep, and I had to work that night. They look awesome when Big Grove and D Buck was in the game together. We needed the offensive play come here, and they were just ass. Well said, Brendan. It was just ass. That's blank. I don't know. Son, no, I don't. No, I don't. That's probably why I braid my hair like this too, so I can do this for Halloween. Man, I can see it, Josh. You definitely. Oh man, I see. I would never hit into this. I'm gonna be hearing this for the rest of my life.
Hey, it's not a bad thing.
It is. I'm not getting paid for this. Yeah. Teresa said, "Yeah." Oh man, I'm going to unbraid my hair and do something different then, so I won't have that comparison. But it's all fun and games, guys. Thank y'all for that. We got one more comment or one more topic before we get up out of here, and it's going to be our predictions for the game next week. We got Buffalo versus the Colts. Buffalo is heading into Indianapolis. Everybody know that Buffalo fans travel everywhere, and they be heading to Indianapolis and face the Colts team that's lost 2 in a row. The last time we faced the Buffalo Bills, it wasn't pretty. The running back that we mentioned down below on this ticker had like 5 to 6 touchdowns. I think it was 4 rushing and 2 passing. He had a great game that game in Buffalo. I hope he can replicate that and help us win this game. But I'll leave it up to Austin on his prediction.
Yeah, I mean, unless that does happen, my prediction is not gonna mirror that. You got to be realistic sometimes.
Yes.
You want to be a homer, but we're playing like not good, and just based on that, I think if Joe Flacco stays at quarterback, which he is by what everybody's saying, and we don't fix our offense, if he can't make passes, it's going to be ugly. I'm just going to say 30-14, and the defense gets 2 touchdowns for us. Bills win.
I was like, ooh, 30-14. And you said the defense going to get a touchdown for us. And he's like, oh, Buffalo going to win. I don't know what to say because despite everything I said before you got into your prediction, I felt good about this. I felt somewhat good about the game. But you know, we've been playing bad. We lost 2 in a row. Uh, one is a division game, and we had a game. We had a game we could have won against the Vikings on prime time where we looked bad. And you got a Buffalo team that this experienced team. They play together for a while. Josh Allen is a good quarterback, despite what people says. Um, I just don't see that we got enough on offense against a good Buffalo defense to come out victorious in this game. And I got us losing 30-20. I got us looking really bad at home, and our fans are booing for AR to start. He may get in the game when there's already a blowout just to get some reps in, and possibly, it's my theory, possibly start the next game. Possibly start the next game, but I got us losing 34-20. Let us know y'all what y'all predictions are in the comments. Let's see. Teresa said 21-7 Colts. I'm hoping that. I am hoping that, but I feel like this game is for the taking for Buffalo. I don't think we're gonna have it all together. I think our defense is gonna play poorly this game. I think our offense is gonna continue playing poorly. Because that's why our defense will be playing poorly, because our offense will keep them on the field a lot more. 31-20 Buffalo. Yeah, Sean. I mean, I don't see this game as for us winning. You know how hard it is to say that. It was hard for me to say that before the prediction. Like I said, I feel really good about it, but I don't think we have enough to win this game. I don't think we play enough to win this game. I think if they was playing and we could get the running game going and control the clock, we could win this game. But if they don't play, we lose 31-10. Yeah, Brendan. It can get ugly. It could get ugly in a hurry.
Yeah.
I see the fans booing.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
I hope they boo loud enough so we can fire our GM, because it's gonna be an episode where we talk about our GM.
If we get blew out, just go ahead and let him go.
Yeah, he already at home. He got a house there. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and send him home. Just send him home while he on the clock, since he's it's hourly.
So he ain't doing nothing anyways.
Yeah, as you can see, we had a trade deadline pass by, and he didn't do anything. He didn't.
Joe Flacco gives us the best chance to win, but then doesn't do anything to make yourself look like a win now team.
Right. Briefly, we know this was already going to happen, but Colts stand pat during the trade deadline once again. I didn't expect it. I know you didn't expect it. There could have been some trades made that could help our team. Maybe a minor trade for the secondary. But again, our GM didn't do it. So briefly, what you got on that?
Nothing. Same thing every year.
Same thing every year, as always. But we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Before we get out, guys, we're gonna talk about this giveaway that we have. And this giveaway is all those social media. It's a jersey giveaway where you subscribe to our YouTube channel. On the bottom it says subscribe to our YouTube channel. Screenshot that you are subscribing to the channel. Show proof of that, and then like, share, and post that the giveaway post, the drawing. That's how you enter in the drawing. And December 17th, next month, we would announce live on our show the winner. So, hey, run the numbers up, man. Subscribe to the channel, show proof of it, and like, share, and post it. That's your way of entering the drawing. We're gonna give out any jersey, whatever jersey you want, whether it be a Carson Wentz jersey or a Matt Ryan jersey, a Kobe Brissett jersey.
We know everybody's gonna be wanting that Matt Gay jersey.
Yeah, a Matt Gay jersey. We got Matt Gay jersey. I mean, Nick Cross or Ronnie Thomas. Great show. Appreciate that, Teresa. You and Sean been great, and the rest of the commenters, y'all been great in the comments. Thank y'all. He said Matt left. But yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sean. But yeah, that's where you can enter this drawing, is for you to subscribe to the channel. Show proof of you subscribing to the channel. You like, sharing, and post that. I'll repost the flyer that we posted all over social media. So run it up, guys. Next month we're gonna be announcing a winner for the jersey of any kind. Like I said, if you want your Joe Flacco jersey or you want your Trent Richardson jersey, it's for the taking. But go ahead and give us your social media, Austin.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at CookieAustin2.
And you can find me at Who Is Josh Senior. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. Josh Senior on Facebook. You can find the page on all platforms as I show below. Horseshoe Mob _ Horseshoe _ Mob. You can find on all social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the above. But other than that, guys, if there's nothing else, no more other comments, we're gonna get up out of here, guys.
On 1 out snap, it's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, calling